What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we are taking a first look at the Razer phone. Yes, that Razer, the one that you're thinking of. They made a phone, actually, and we're about to check it out and see what this thing is all about. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the box here. Open this guy up, and you get the phone front and center. That's always nice, right up here in the front. Naturally put that off to the side, see what else is in here. We do have your usual books and stuff like that. We have some Razer documentation, a little SIM eject tool. Now, of course, we do have a USB Type-C to 3.5 millimeter adapter right here in the box. We have, let's see, our power block down here. And then finally, we have our power cable, which is a simple Type-C to Type-C connector, and it plugs into the charger and plugs into your phone. All right, so a lot of you are probably asking, why in the heck would Razer build a phone? And that was my question as well initially. And then I thought, well, they probably want to take advantage of their Nextbit acquisition. You remember the Robin? Yeah, they bought those guys and they helped them build this phone. So a quick rundown on specifications. Okay, sure, you're gonna find the Snapdragon 835 processor in there. No surprise, it's 2017. We do have a staggering 8 gigabytes of RAM though, which is pretty crazy to see in a smartphone, as well as 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and there's a micro SD card slot that's technically expandable up to 2 terabytes, though we don't have cards of that size yet. Real quick though, let's talk about the build quality on this bad boy, because, well, let's face it, the Robin was plastic. Who cares about that? This guy though is all metal. This thing has a great feel to it. It's got really premium chamfered edges. The display and the grills are very nice. It looks like a high-end Razer product from a design perspective, and it feels like the quality that you would expect from Razer peripherals or anything like that if you've ever purchased those. This thing is solid all around though. Around the backside, we do have your standard 2017 flagship setup. There's a dual camera system here. One is a 12 megapixel sensor with an f1.75 aperture, and the other one is a 12 megapixel zoom lens with an f2.6 aperture. So when we flip it around to the front side, that's where things really get interesting. Sure, we have an 8 megapixel camera on the front, but who cares? We have stereo front-facing speakers here, and these things sound incredible. Each speaker has its own amplifier, which makes them crystal clear and very loud, and on top of that, they are lining this beautiful 5.72-inch QHD display. Now, sure, you might say, okay, whatever, 5.72 QHD, but this thing has a trick up its sleeve. It actually runs at 120 hertz on a variable basis. So depending on when you're gonna need it is when this thing is going to bump up its frame rate, and it's gonna look very smooth. So think of what's happening with the panel here and the technology as G-Sync for your smartphone. Depending on what content you're watching or what game you're playing, this thing will dynamically adjust to that. So as you can see here, I've enabled the frame rate option from the developer settings, and you can actually see this thing dynamically changing depending on what I'm doing on the screen. So if I'm just scrolling around or browsing a website, it might not be that intense, you know, it's staying kind of low key, but if I'm gaming, especially using a game that was developed with an uncapped frame rate, this thing will launch all the way up to 120 frames per second. Now to top it all off, we do have a fingerprint scanner built in on the side lock button, which is very convenient to have, and we have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery inside. So this phone might be a little thick, but at least they're taking advantage of that space. And if you happen to run low on that power, you can use the integrated Quick Charge 4.0 Plus. All right, so if you're looking to get your hands on one of these for yourself, pre-orders are actually live right now, and this thing starts shipping on November 17th. And you can actually pick it up on Amazon too, and I'll leave a link for that below in the description if you want to find out more or grab one for yourself. It's starting at $699, which I personally feel is a bit too much for this device, but we'll see how you like that price. I don't know, let me know what you think about the Razer phone in the comments section below, and be sure to leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also subscribe for my 4 review on this guy coming out in the near future. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.